Imagine having the world's most brilliant assistant, someone who has read every book and analyzed every piece of code, but they can only do exactly what you tell them. Most people treat AI like a simple search engine, and that is why they get mediocre results. But what if you could unlock its true creative potential? Today, we are mastering the art of prompt engineering. This is not just about typing sentences, it is about learning a new language of collaboration. By the end of this guide, you will know how to supercharge your workflow and turn tools like ChatGPT and Claude into high-level partners. Let's begin. To write better prompts, we first need to understand how these models actually think. An LLM does not know facts the way a human does. Instead, it predicts the next most likely piece of information or token based on massive amounts of data. This means the AI is essentially a master of patterns. When you give a vague prompt, you are giving the AI too many possible patterns to follow. This often leads to generic or even incorrect answers. However, by providing specific context, you narrow the field of probability. You are essentially pointing the AI toward the exact corner of its knowledge base that you need. Think of it like a flashlight in a dark room. The more detailed your instructions, the sharper and more focused the beam becomes. But how do we actually guide that light? It starts with the very first words you type, the persona. By defining a role, you tell the AI which set of rules and which tone it should adopt for the entire conversation. This simple step can immediately elevate the quality of your output from basic to professional. The most common mistake in prompting is being too general. If you ask the AI to write a blog post, you will get a standard boring result. But what happens if you tell it to act as a senior copywriter with 20 years of experience in the tech industry? Suddenly, the tone shifts, the vocabulary improves, and the structure becomes more professional. A great persona should include three things: an identity, a specific expertise, and a tone of voice. Instead of just a writer, try a persuasive marketing strategist who specializes in direct response emails. You can even add constraints to make it even more effective. Tell the AI what not to do, like avoiding jargon or keeping sentences under 15 words. This level of detail creates a boundary that forces the AI to stay within a high-quality zone. It is about moving from a simple tool to a specialized consultant. When you build a persona, you are effectively programming the AI's behavior for that session. This technique is the foundation of every advanced prompt library. But personas are only half the battle. To get truly consistent results, you need to show the AI exactly what you want through a technique called few-shot prompting. Humans learn best through examples, and as it turns out, so do AI models. This is called few-shot prompting. Most people use zero-shot prompting, which means they ask a question and hope for the best. Few-shot prompting is different because you provide 2 or 3 examples of the input and the desired output before you ask your actual question. For instance, if you want the AI to format data in a very specific way, show it 2 finished versions first. The AI instantly recognizes the pattern and replicates it with incredible accuracy. This is especially powerful for creative tasks like writing social media posts in your specific voice. By providing examples of your past work, you bridge the gap between good enough and perfectly tailored. It removes the guesswork and ensures that the AI's output matches your existing brand or style. But what if the task is more complex than just a simple format? What if you need the AI to solve a difficult logic problem or write a piece of code? That is where we move into the realm of structured reasoning, a technique that will change how you view AI logic forever. Sometimes the AI rushes to an answer too quickly and makes a mistake. To fix this, we use a technique called chain of thought prompting. It sounds technical, but it is actually quite simple. You just have to ask the AI to think step by step. By adding this short phrase, you are telling the model to break the problem down into smaller logical pieces before it gives you the final answer. This is revolutionary for tasks involving math, logic, or complex strategy. When the AI shows its work, it is far less likely to hallucinate or skip crucial details. You can even take this a step further by providing a framework for that thinking. Tell it to analyze the pros and cons first, then evaluate the risks, and finally provide a recommendation. This structured approach forces the AI to use its full processing power on the reasoning process rather than just the output. It turns the model into a transparent partner where you can actually see the logic being applied. This transparency is key to building trust in your AI-driven workflow. But remember, even the best prompt might not be perfect on the first try. The real secret to success lies in the conversation that happens after the first result. Prompt engineering is not a one-and-done event. It is an iterative process. If the AI gives you a response that is almost right but not quite there, do not start over. Instead, give it feedback. You can say, "This is good, but make it more concise," or "Rewrite this, but focus more on the benefits for the customer." You can even ask the AI to critique its own work. Try asking, "What are 3 ways this response could be improved?" The AI will identify its own weaknesses, and you can then tell it to apply those improvements. Another powerful trick is the reverse prompt. Ask the AI to write the perfect prompt for you. Tell it, "I want to achieve X result. What information do you need from me to give me the best possible answer?" This turns the AI into a collaborator that helps you become a better prompter. This back-and-forth loop is where the most creative and useful content is born. It is about refining the clay until you have a masterpiece. By treating the AI as a conversational partner, you unlock a level of nuance that a single prompt could never achieve. Now, let's talk about how to take these skills into your professional life. So, how does this change your workday? When you master these techniques, you start to see every task as an opportunity for AI-powered productivity. In a professional setting, prompt engineering allows you to automate the boring stuff so you can focus on high-level strategy. For example, instead of spending hours summarizing long meetings, you can create a persona of a project manager who extracts action items and deadlines with perfect precision. If you are a creator, you can use few-shot prompting to generate dozens of content ideas that actually sound like you. The goal is to build a system where the AI does the heavy lifting of drafting, organizing, and analyzing. This supercharges your workflow and frees up your mental energy for the creative decisions that only a human can make. Whether you are a marketer, a developer, or an entrepreneur, these skills give you a competitive edge. You aren't just using AI, you're directing it. But to stay efficient, you shouldn't be writing these prompts from scratch every day. You need a library. Once you find a prompt that works perfectly, do not let it disappear into your chat history. The pros build prompt libraries. This is a simple collection of your most effective templates, organized by task. You should have a persona library for different roles, a formatting library for data, and a creative library for different styles of writing. Think of these as your own custom software tools. You can even use placeholders like brackets to make them reusable, for example. Write a length blog post about topic for an audience of demographic. This allows you to scale your productivity instantly. Instead of spending 10 minutes crafting a prompt, you just copy, paste, and fill in the blanks. If you work in a team, sharing these libraries can transform how your entire company uses AI. It ensures consistency and quality across the board. By treating your prompts as valuable assets, you are building a permanent foundation for your future work. This is how you move from a casual user to a true master of the technology. As we look ahead, it is clear that AI is not here to replace our creativity, it is here to amplify it. The most successful people of the next decade won't be those who can do everything themselves. They will be the ones who can best communicate with AI. Prompt engineering is more than just a technical skill. It is a form of digital literacy. It requires empathy, clarity, and a deep understanding of your own goals. Remember, the AI is only as good as the person directing it. Your unique human perspective, your intuition, and your taste are the final ingredients that turn an AI output into something truly special. Always keep a human in the loop to verify, refine, and add that final spark of personality. As these models evolve, the ways we talk to them will change too. But the core principles of clarity, context, and logic will always remain. You now have the tools to stay ahead of the curve and unlock creative possibilities you never thought possible. The future is a collaboration, and you are the one in the lead. You have taken the first step toward mastering the most important skill of the digital age. Now it is time to apply it. Head over to your favorite AI tool and try building your first power persona today. If you found this guide helpful, hit that subscribe button and join our community at AIcopia. We are here to help you supercharge your workflow and stay at the cutting edge. Thanks for watching, and keep creating.